Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Gaby Supernatural. So today I'm going to be talking about something a little different than my other videos. I posted about beauty, tutorials, and all that kind of stuff. But today I wanted to talk about my being vegan and my whole experience about that. And when people find out that I'm vegan, I get a lot of questions. So hopefully with this video, I can answer some of yours as well about what is this being a vegan and, what it's all about. So I'm going to tell my personal experience, and disclaimer, I do not believe that I should convert everyone to veganism. Let's just get that out there. It's a very personal choice. And it's one that I made that I felt that for me, it was the best decision I've ever made. So I just want to share that with you guys. So let me start at the beginning. So a few years ago, almost 6 years now, 6 years, yeah, 6 years ago already, it's been that long, I read a book. And I'll show you, I don't have that book with me, I let someone borrow that book, and of course it never came back. I can't remember even who I lent it to. But I also bought other two, which one is a recipe book and another one is for when you're pregnant and everything. I'm not pregnant, by the way, not even close. But this is the line of books that I got. So basically the one that I bought is called that. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll have links to them below in the description box. So I basically read the first of these books, not expecting at all that it was going to be about veganism. As I started reading it, that's when I started figuring out, I'm like, whoa, this book wants me to become a vegan. I actually didn't even know that that word existed. So first of all, what is a vegan? So a vegan is a person that doesn't eat any sort of animal products. Obviously meat, and meat includes to us anything, birds, chicken, turkey, all that stuff. No fish, no pork, obviously. So no ducks, no seafood, all that stuff. No meat, no derivatives. So that being milk, cheese, yogurt, honey too. What else? Anything that comes from an animal, we don't eat that. And we also try in our, daily lives, in fashion, in beauty, all that stuff, to avoid any animal products. So that's basically a vegan in those words. Also, it is called a plant-based diet because everything that we eat is plant-based. So that is what a vegan is. So when I was reading the book, I started seeing all the information there was about the meat industry, what the meat actually contains, what it does to your body, what could cause your body to do. And it pretty much freaked me out. And I remember I used to watch like PETA videos, about cruelty, about how horrible, the animals were treated. And to be honest, I didn't care. I was just all about eating the meat and the cheese and drinking milk. So that was basically my life, I didn't care about the animals really. But when I read the book and I read the facts, about what the meat and all the animal products are causing my body, that's when I freaked out. And that's how selfish I am, and we all are really, we just thought that, that small moment that you have that food in your mouth, that's worth everything. And we don't even think about what it does to our bodies once it's inside. I decided right there when I finished I finished that book in I think 2 days. It was super easy to read. It's hilarious. It does contain a lot of bad words. So if you're kind of, trying to avoid reading bad words, I wouldn't recommend it. But it is hilarious, and they give you all these facts, but they make you laugh as well. So it's also kind of like a slap, like let me slap you into, reason kind of book, which was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it. But as soon as I finished that book, I literally did not want to drink milk, eat any meat, anything like that. And what I love about that book is also it talked about refined foods, like, you know, breads and pastas, sugar, all that stuff. So it didn't just focus on the animal stuff, but also other ways that we could become healthy. So I started changing my way of eating right there and then. And of course my family thought I was pretty much crazy because all my life I've been a meat eater, you know. I love seafood. I come from a town that is all about the seafood. But to be honest, I wasn't craving it anymore. You know, little by little. It took probably to go completely vegan, I would say like around 6 months. And after those 6 months, I wasn't craving that stuff anymore. I wasn't craving any animal products or, you know, any of that stuff really. Which I was amazed at. I was like, why am I not craving this anymore? It's from the one small decision, it kind of like, you know, made me change the whole way I viewed the food industry, everything. So yeah, like I said, my family thought I was like super crazy. So like again, I say this is my personal experience, and it's been 6 years already, almost 7 actually, that I've been a vegan, and I have to say that it has been the best decision of my life. Now another thing that you might want to know is what happened after I went vegan. Did I lose a ton of weight, or what happened? Did I miraculously, you know, grow branches or something off my head? I don't know. Well, first of all, before I went vegan, I had a condition called gastritis and colitis, which is the inflammation of the stomach lining and also inflammation of the large intestine. So I've had that for years and I always struggled with it. And one thing I noticed is when I stopped drinking or consuming dairy and meat and refined foods, I noticed that those flare-ups, I call it flare-ups because it feels like my stomach is burning and everything, that went away. That went away because before I had to avoid drinking coffee at all costs, and that was like really hard for me. I am a coffee lover. So when I, you know, left all that animal products and refined foods, I started noticing that my stomach started getting better. And I started drinking a little more coffee instead. So that was one thing that I noticed. Another thing I noticed is that I used to have really thin nails. They would break so easily. And I noticed maybe in 2 years in being vegan, I started noticing that my nails were much stronger. I had read about that, you know, before. I'm like in other books and that, or articles online and everything, that people started seeing that better hair, better skin, better nails, just better health in general. And so I started to see a little bit of that. Now, one mistake I made was not learn how to eat properly from the beginning. So when you become vegan, it is so easy to just balloon up in weight. Because since you stop eating meat and all these animal products, at first I felt really empty. Like I felt like I wasn't getting enough food in me. So I started eating a lot of bread, even though it was whole wheat bread or whatever, but you know, I started eating a lot of carbs. So that made me gain a little more weight. And true that during a bunch of years I started, since I started being vegan, throughout the years, I kind of kept the same weight. I mean, I wasn't losing, but I wasn't like gaining way so much weight. So it was kind of like maintaining it. And when I first went vegan, I was very, you know, I was very big, very obese. So it kind of just maintained it. And I hated reading in articles and, you know, testimonials like, oh, when I went vegan, oh my God, like I lost 130 pounds or whatever. And I was like, why am I not getting that, you know? But then later I learned, you know, that it was that I wasn't eating right. So after I learned a little bit about eating, that's when I started seeing the weight come off. And that was last year that I started focusing more on green veggies, you know, simplified simplified foods, and I don't mean like refined foods. I mean like my daily meal consists of a grain that could be quinoa, brown rice, garbanzo beans, black beans. That is like my grain. I pile on the green veggies. It could be kale, collard greens, what else is there? Chard, Swiss chard. So those are like my favorites. Kale is like really my favorite. And then I put in either tofu or tempeh, which would be the protein. So that's basically my daily like meal lunch. And once I started doing that and cutting down a lot of the desserts, more processed vegan foods, that's when I started seeing the difference. So I started noticing that my weight was going down. Now, if you want to see a little more about what I eat to maintain or how when I lost the weight, let me know in the comments. I would like to share more of that with you, but first I need to know if you guys are interested. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. If you want to know more about this, please write down your questions here on the YouTube comments section below. And you could also reach me out on Facebook and on Twitter, Instagram. I'll leave the links down below in the description box, along with some links to some vegan books that you guys might want to know more about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.